Guys, welcome back to the channel. We have some breaking news to go over here in this video. It looks like the squeeze has actually started for GameStop and AMC. Now, I cannot tell you exactly how high we are going to go, but there is some breaking news coming out that we must go over because this is having some very dramatic effects. GameStop is up about 15% in after hours currently. AMC up about 9% right now here in after hours. But I also want to go over a quick overview of exit strategies, and by all means, I'm not saying right now is the time to exit, but if we are really going to see the most, it's probably going to happen pretty quickly here in the next couple of days, and I want to refresh your guys' minds on some kind of exit strategies as well as how this thing will move. Because keep in mind, I've been an investor since 2018. I have seen a lot of these events come and go. I've seen a lot of short squeezes in my day, and they can be very volatile, not only to the upside, but also to the downside as well. You can go up dramatically and then come down just as dramatically and then go up even harder than you came down. So I kind of want to go over that with you guys, what I expect to happen and how these stocks are going to move. It does look like we are heading into really a very important moment here. We're breaking out of these key levels, and we need to talk about this. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, all of that good stuff. Help to push this video out to as many people as possible. But first off, the breaking news is Ryan Cohen just bought 100,000 shares of GameStop in after hours. He owns nearly 12% of all shares outstanding. And then Ryan Cohen, man, much respect to this guy. He says, "I put my money where my mouth is 51 minutes ago." And as you guys do know, AMC and GameStop tend to move alike. When one goes up, the other one goes up as well, and vice versa to the downside, pretty much on a tick by tick basis. And we've seen a lot of volatility here in after hours. We're still up 8.5%, up about $1.54 for AMC stock, and we did break above $20. And let's take a look at the highest point that we did hit, $20.79 per share. Now you guys got to keep in mind there's extremely low volume here typically in after hours, but you're seeing incredible volume coming in. Tens of thousands of shares that are trading hands each and every minute. But as we head closer to 8 o'clock and extended hours trading does start to wind down, I will expect the volume to die down as well. Thus, you can see the stock come down just a little bit towards the end of this extended hours trading day. Even during short squeezes, that's what you will expect. That even happened to Mullen would tend to trend downwards here, end of extended hours, and then would tend to make huge rallies in pre-market. And that's kind of what I think is going to happen here. At the same time, AMC could go to $25 tomorrow at the high, and then you could watch it go back down to 22 and then back up to 27 and then down to 25 and then back up to 30. Really, why I'm saying this is because I don't want anybody to panic and miss out on a lot of opportunity. Now, of course, it is up to you to do your own due diligence here, right? That's pretty much provided to you through these videos. But it's really up to you guys to come to your own conclusions on where you think this thing will go. My conclusions here is the sky is the limit, especially right now. We're not in 100% restrictive liquidity type environment, but we're damn sure close to that. And I think we might be close enough to see a big rally here. And this has a lot of people excited what Ryan Cohen is doing. I can only imagine how AMC is going to try to add to that, because Adam Aaron, the executives here, they still own a bunch of stock, especially Adam Aaron just loaded up on more shares not too long ago. And like I went over in the last video, essentially, since this DOJ probe has came out, there's going to be less manipulation as far as our order flows because people are actively watching them. And if word were to get out that the SEC is actually letting and supervising Citadel and Virtue and Morgan Stanley and Goldman Sachs actually manipulate the stock, all hell would rain down on all those government agencies. So I don't really think that is going to be the case, and I do think it will let us really see where price discovery is and let our buys actually affect the stock. And as you guys can see right here from the last video that I just made, I don't know if you guys caught that, but there was about 3,000 new AMC posts in the last half an hour or so, in the last half an hour. So it's getting a little crazy, and you're gonna see that FOMO coming back into the stock from everybody that has already sold out, that took their loss, moved their money elsewhere. You're seeing that definitely coming back into the stock. So it's getting very exciting here. Congratulations again for the third time today, everybody that is in their positions. It looks like we are getting a little bit squeezy, but that's kind of how I expect the rally to go. You're going to go up a lot, you're going to come down a lot, but keep in mind the overall trajectory here is definitely very bullish. As far as potential exit strategies, that all comes down to your personal preference, but the actual exit strategy that I will be implementing, if this thing goes to, 1,000 or whatever the price is, I don't have a direct price, but if you spent like 10,000 on your position and the stock goes to 1,000 or 10,000, you could sell 1 share or 10 shares, get your initial investment back, and then ride the house's money. And I think that's really the best strategy to implement, because you never know how high we will truly go, and you want to get your initial investment back so you don't turn a potential big win into a potential loss. That's the last thing you guys want to do. But it looks like here that we are probably going to close above $20 per share, if I were to imagine, by the end of extended trading. And you're going to see a lot of people getting squeezed out of their positions. Like I said in the last video, when you look at the option activity, there was a ton of option activity today, a ton of open interest that is starting to form on the option chain, specifically at that $20 strike come tomorrow morning. Considering there is like almost no days left to expiration, you're going to see basically instant hedging that will have to happen, and that's probably part and part what is going on right now here in After Hours, but not really a majority. I think that'll help to fuel this gap up that we are likely to see in the morning, and that's going to have an even bigger effect to the FOMO that's going to kick in, because shout out to everybody that was bears, that sold out, that is now jumping back in. We still love you. We will still welcome you with open arms, but you are helping to fuel this rally. So thank you for that one. As far as how high I personally think AMC could go tomorrow, like I said, kind of in the last video, you could really see AMC stock hit some crazy levels tomorrow, especially if we do see a big gap up in the morning and that continuation throughout the day. It would not surprise me to reach $25 per share tomorrow, and then even by the end of the week approach that $33 to $35 range. It's looking pretty good. A lot of people have some huge expectations, and if you do see margin calls and those forced share liquidations kick in, that's when you're going to see things really get crazy, right? Margin calls don't mean for share liquidations or shorts covering, but right now they probably have less money than they have had over the past 2 years, so a lot of those margin calls might turn into shorts covering. Now, there's a funny comment right there. When Adam will buy stocks to join our party. That wouldn't surprise me if he does go ahead and buy some stock to add to this rally, because that's going to make people very, very excited. We are now approaching that $20 level right now, about to break out above that. And I think $20 is a key psychological level as well, that, people are going to say, hey, this thing is going again. It's happening. And you're going to see more people buying into the stock. And my average for this portfolio is $28 per share, so I'm still down with the majority of you guys, but even right now does not look like a bad time to even average down if you have not already. It looks like we are heading into a lot of fun here. And you guys should also note that the margin debt has not went down at all, so a lot of this margin debt is held by institutional investors that are essentially about to get clapped on their short positions, and I bet that 21% of short interest is freaking out right about now. Exactly 21% short interest. That cost borrow number is going to go up dramatically, and that's going to help restrict a lot of the potential movement in and out of these short positions by hedge funds. Now the question is, are they going to jump in and short the stock back into the ground tomorrow? I think that's a pretty risky proposition, at this current moment. Let's take a brief look at futures, and futures do look like they are up just a little bit. So if the markets are green tomorrow as well, that could help to fuel some of this potential rally. The max pain, let's go ahead and look at that. I don't think we called that out in the last video. And the max pain looks to be about $15.50 by the end of this week. We're about $5 above that. So things are looking a little crazy. Oh, you're seeing a bigger pop now. We're up 10% now, guys. Woo, whew. I hope you guys are excited, and I hope you guys don't panic on the way up or the way down on these intraday moves that we will see. Be ready for it. Be ready to see the short attacks come flying and then to rip up even harder. Looking good right now. So that's pretty much going to cap off this video. Not too much else to actually add. Ryan Cohen, dude, hats off to him. Hats off to him. 100K shares of GameStop. Let's just do some rough math here. I don't know exactly what he bought the shares at, but let's just say 120. That was $12 million. That's a pretty sizable addition to his stake. So looking pretty good. AMC everything taking a move up towards the end of extended trading. Come join us on the live stream later on tonight. We got a lot to talk about. Ladies and gentlemen, AMC stock is over $20. $20.09 per share right now. A 25% move for the day. I'm kind of amazed and somewhat in disbelief of what we're seeing right now. So it's good. We'll take it. Be stoic about the whole situation on the way up and the way down. Those intraday moves, don't let that shake you out of your positions unless you are fully prepared to get out and to stay out. Because the second you sell out, this thing's going to rip to 50 and then 100. The last thing you want to do is chase the potential bag after you sold that bag. So that's going to be all for this video. I promise. That's it. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, comment down below, as well as, like I said, come join us on the live stream. Get yourself those free stocks. Links down below in the description. And if you guys want to come join the trading community, link down below in the pinned comment. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.